Well, hey folks, Bobby Weber with the Harley and the Vstrom, back making another video. I'm gonna take a little road trip on this one, be an overnighter. I'm gonna take you up to Eureka Springs, Arkansas, and anyway, show you around that part a little bit. Let me hit this intro, and I'll get back on here and talk about some more of this ride and show you some more of it. Folks, I'm back on here with you. Like I said, I'm making a road trip. I'm gonna go up to Eureka Springs, Arkansas, stay overnight, and then return home the next day, you know, tomorrow. And the last videos I put out, I apologize. I had some audio problems on those, and tell you the truth, it was operator headspace. I had a connection to the camera that wasn't all the way plugged in, and but anyway, I got that working, so shouldn't be no problem. Have, you know, good audio on this one. A lot of things that I put out on the last video, I really didn't get to. I didn't really cover that much, but that's okay. I mean, I got plenty of time on this one. Probably cut this one up in, I don't know, 2, 3, maybe 4 parts, depending on however long it turns out to be. But anyway, going up toward Eureka Springs, Arkansas, man, it's really pretty up that way. You know, it's up in the mountains and everything. And Eureka Springs is a real old town. You know, it's kind of turned into tourism now, but anyway, it's an old type town, and I guess back in the days it was known for the water springs in the area. I'm not, you know, there's probably, I'm sure there's a whole lot more history to why it was established and all that, but I mean, that's a little bit off the top of my head that I know about it. I've been there once before, but it's been about, I don't know, 4 years ago, and I was riding my, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago. I was on my old Harley, my old Road King 2000 year model. Last time that I was up in Eureka Springs. I mean, I've been back up close to it, but I haven't actually been into it. So this one anyway, that's what I'm gonna do this time. I hope everybody's doing good out there. I have had, you know, a few more subscribers jump on, and I sure do appreciate it. I appreciate everybody out there watching. I tell you, today's date is the 31st of January 2022, so the last day, you know, the last day in the month for January. Tomorrow will be the 1st of February. And I got to give it to my Canadian brothers and sisters up there, boy. I think if you've caught any of it, boy, they got all their truckers have banded together and are doing a protest, and went all the way to the Parliament building, and they blocked off all the city streets. And I mean, they're saying they ain't moving till they get what they want. You know, and Canada's been real harsh on these COVID restrictions, as far as, you know, they're trying to force everybody to get the, you know what, and mandating them for them truck drivers. Them truck drivers, you know, got fed up with it, and they banded together, and I seen where, I don't know, 10 to 12,000 United States trucks went up there to go up there and support them. And I seen where there's other countries going to do the same thing, and they're, I believe, we're trying to get it organized in the United States. I heard them say they're going to go from California to Washington, D.C., you know, so a lot of things going on, but that's a good thing right there. That shows you that the people have just about had enough of it, and that's what we've been waiting on. It's got to get to the point that the people are refusing to do these things. And I mean, that protest is just basically about pro-choice, you know. I mean, if you want to get it, get it, and if you don't, you don't. But I'd keep an eye on that up there, and then keep an eye on the other countries that are doing it. And I mean, of course, there's still been protests in France and Germany and Great Britain. But this one's gonna be serious, because I mean, you know, I got an update on it just yesterday. They say this convoy is 60 miles long, and I mean, they've made it there, and they've gotten out, parked the trucks, and you know, they say they ain't moving. I mean, there's, you know, I got a number of like 500,000 trucks. Man, that's a lot of trucks. And that means you ain't gonna get your goods up there, you know. And I'm sure that'll affect us here in the United States too. Cause, you know, we got trucks that go up there, and we got trucks that, you know, come from up there and go back and forth across the line, bringing, you know, goods and services. Well, goods, you know, supplies and stuff. So anyway, pay attention to what's going on there. To tell you the truth, I'm kind of taking this ride to take a break from a little bit of that stuff. I mean, I'm always paying attention to what's going on, because you know, I'm like anybody else. I want to know what's going on. You know, situation out there, Russia and Ukraine, and all the news media, all they're doing is building it up, you know, that there's going to be a war. NATO basically versus Russia, and we don't want that kind of war. You know, Russia's got the right to put every soldier they want on the line, you know, on their boundaries, you know, as long as they ain't crossing boundaries. But I think some of the NATO folks, they're the ones pushing this excuse me, they're the ones pushing that narrative, you know, about preparing for war. I mean, you know, ain't nobody on the Russia side come out and said, you know, yeah, we're going to invade, we're going to war, we're declaring war. Boy, all the news media over here in the United States, well, that's all they're talking about. That means there's something else going on. They trying to get you distracted. Pay attention to that. That means there's something else going on. So yeah, you know, pay attention to that a little bit. But there must be some more information gonna come out about something. And it's probably got stuff to do about illegal stuff that took place, you know. So awful lot of information coming out about these V words, you know. This thing's been going on so long. You see, now they got statistics to back up some of the claims these Anyway, this thing's been going on so long, you know, they've been able to gather up statistics on people who's being V'd and people who's not, people who's recovered from it, people who's somewhat, you know, there's some good doctors out there saying there's quite a bit of side effects from, you know, they suspect. Some of them are putting out, you know, showing you stuff in black and white. So keep an eye on that. Of course, most governments are still pushing it, wanting you to get a third and fourth one of those. But anyway, pay attention to everything, but go looking for them other bits of news pieces that are important. Anyway, I'm hoping for a pretty ride. You know, of course, I had to get on the interstate to get up to, you know, get out of Little Rock side and all that. But I mean, I'm on the state highway now, so I'm already starting to look pretty out. Yeah, you can give me this riding anytime compared to being on the interstate. Got a few curves and it'll get, you know, further north I get, it'll get even better. I'll tell you what, I'll take a break for now. I'll get back on here a little later and show you some more of this ride. Folks, I'm back on here with you for a little bit. Tell you the truth, on this trip that I'm making, I had to watch the weather real good, because I mean, today's supposed to be really nice, supposed to be unusually warm, you know. But we've had some colder weather, and as you can tell, I don't know if you can see the roads there, but you can tell these roads were treated because we have had some snow, especially up in northern Arkansas more than down in central. But we're due another big blast, I think Wednesday evening, Thursday, somewhere around there. Now this here being a Monday, so I really can't take a chance on you know, staying an extra day or anything, which I wouldn't mind that, but I'm not going to be able to, because they're talking about snow and freezing rain moving in through excuse me, northern Arkansas and possibly down there in central Arkansas. And of course, temperature's supposed to get you know, a lot colder and all that. We'll just see what happens, but it's moving across the country. I know the northeastern part of the United States is just coming out of a snowstorm, and I think there's quite a few thousands of people without electricity or power right now. So I don't know, been a crazy winter. We ain't even really through it, you know. But one thing is, we are about to start the month of February, so now I'm just gonna go up here and It's real pretty up here in northern Arkansas. Of course, it's, you know, gets to be in the mountains and stuff. I can tell by the temperature change and just the scenery already. But there should be some pretty sights, and I don't know. I'll try to get some of the sights there in Eureka Springs. Might ride down through the old park. It's actually pretty down that part. Got the old buildings and kind of like cobblestone type roadways, you know. But, we'll see. I won't have a whole lot of time once I get up there. I'm still pretty good distance, you know, away from there. But we'll see what I find when I get up there, what I can show you. Anyway, I'll get off here for now. I'm gonna continue riding, get closer. It's windy out, I do have to say that. But anyway, I'll get off here for now, and I'll show y'all some more riding, you know, when I get something interesting to show y'all. Hey folks, I'm back on here with you. Just climbed a mountain and starting to come down it. Not real sure if there'll be any pretty views or not, but I figure I'd go ahead and run a little bit of video down through here. I tell you, I've always enjoyed riding mountains. There's some scenery off in the distance over there. I'm trying to get a few shots in there, but I've always enjoyed riding the mountains a whole lot more than you know, just plain old straight riding or whatever. Of course, you know, normally you get up mountains, there's a lot of curves and you know, that kind of stuff. So this route I'm taking, it's I guess it's more the scenic route, which, you know, I always do that. There are a little, you know, a lot of little small towns you have to go through, which I'm going through one right now. Motorcycle shop right there. But I like these small towns, to tell you the truth. I mean, I grew up in a small town, so I guess that's what I'm used to. I would like to send out a special thanks to all these folks that are in different countries that are watching, following along on this channel. I've gotten quite a few from you know, other countries, you know, whether it be over in Europe or Central and Latin America, and then South America. Sometimes, you know, you know, I'm just an old country boy from Arkansas. But sometimes we tend to forget that there's a lot more people all over the world, you know, that are interested in the same things you do, you know, and they can be on a complete different side of the world, but it's cool, you know. It's kind of cool. Maybe we don't speak the exact language, you know, got different customs and all that, but you know, the internet has made the world a lot smaller, I guess, you know, and that's, you know, I like that. I mean, see, some of the people that's jumped on here, I mean, you know, got some from Italy, Spain, I think, Great Britain. I had somebody from Great Britain make a comment, you know, super nice. It's just, you know, it's cool to get that feedback and to know that well, just to know there's good folks all the way around the world that do the same thing you do or like what you do. So, you know, that's cool. And I know I've said, you know, I've been around different places because I served in the military, but if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't. I probably wouldn't think about that, you know, the way like I do. Man, I tell you, it's pretty out here. Yeah, of course it's the winter time, you know, everything's dead, but I mean, you can see the rolling hills. I'd come back up here in the spring, summer. Anyway, northern Arkansas, man, it really does get pretty. And of course, when I was, you know, I lived in northern Georgia, which it's a lot like, you know, northern Arkansas. You know, a lot of mountains. And I mean, they ain't the big mountains like they got out west, of course, you know, the Rockies and stuff. It ain't that big, but I mean, it still makes for some good riding. A lot more interesting than just riding some old flatlands, you know, because I've ridden down there in southern Georgia and on the way to Florida and all that, you know. It's pretty flat down that way, and you know, this becomes nothing but a boring travel, you know. But the wind is a gusting today. Been several times, even though I'm not on the interstate, I've been, you know, can really feel it blowing me around a little bit. But I mean, nothing crazy. But well, I guess I'll get off here. I just figured I'd get back on a little bit. I was traveling through some of these mountains, show a little bit of this scenery. But I'll get back on here and I'll show you some more of this ride. I'm gonna make it through this curve here, and I'll shut my camera on.